Someone's always up here spying on us.
Who would have thought we should meet again so soon?
I will smack that mask off your face, I swear I will.
It would appear the Azure Chevalier was with them after all. Georg was indeed correct.
They're really gonna put Dashing Woman, as if we don't know who the fuck this is. What's up guys, this is Snappy Cat and welcome back to more Trails of Cold Steel 4. When we last left off, we finally started our first operation, our first real, I guess, plot relevant, part of the game since, since the game really opened up and allowed us to, go wherever we want, do whatever we want. We finally got bonding points. We can finally talk to our friends, get to know them better. We can finally just go wherever we want. We can go back to previous, silver chests that we found along the way. Get some better brave orders, because Lord knows we need them. One of the last things I thought we'd have to upgrade in this game would have been brave orders, but okay, I guess brave orders are a thing we need to upgrade to now. And, before that, we went to Brionia Island and we fought a magic knight who gave us a very good, and I'm talking a very good, Lost Arts. Linan's Kiss. This is amazing. This is so good. Like, combine this with Muse's Art Celebration, and I have to say, Muse is becoming a very useful character in terms of her brave order. It's just amazing. Just throwing that out there randomly, but that combined with Linan's Kiss, it is so good. Just free 100 CP, all stats up. I think I took it off of Yuna, or maybe I put it on someone else. I'm not sure. Oh, here it is. Frozen Epoch. I put it on you, Duvali, because I don't have anything else to really put here. But man, oh my god, I thought Frozen Epoch would be so much better than it actually was, but it just turns out to be trash. I mean, the power is 4S+, but that's not great. I mean, it says all stats down, large, 4 turns. It does not last 4 turns, not on bosses. And that's what I originally thought Linan's Kiss was going to be. This is so good. Whether it's a normal battle or maybe even a boss battle in the future, like, this is just too good. This is very good. 100 CP, large, all stats for like 3 turns, and charm 200%. That is great. Like, that is almost as good, or probably as good, as just putting it on auto battle in like a normal battle and just smacking enemies to get my CP back with Bridget. It's just good. It's just too good. So I'm very happy we went to Brionia Island to get that. Very happy. It's so much better than that piece of trash Frozen Epoch. But after that, we just explored the island, got some very good items, and then just did a few more, I guess, bonding events, and now we're finally here. We finally started our operation, our very first, like, I guess you could say, plot. Since the game really opened up, since we got, the bonding points, since we got the ability to just really go wherever we want and do whatever we want, we're finally doing it. Like, it took like some 30 odd parts to get here, like 30 hours. At least. It took at least that long for the game to actually open up. And again, I don't know if I said this, but I saw like thumbnails online with this game. Like a thumbnail like with this game on it about like the longest JRPGs they played. Like, I haven't seen the video, but I can't imagine how long this JRPG must be, if it's considered like probably one of the longest they played. Like, I mean, I consider Tales of Vesperia to be long. I think I spent 80 hours completing that game. But this, wow. I mean, you can look at my time. I have like 100 hours in it already, but that's mostly because I've just been grinding. But, yeah, I can only imagine how long this game is gonna be. But, yeah, we finally made our way back to a place we've been before with Ortis, the port city. And, we didn't do anything plot relevant. I immediately just went to doing a side quest with, Ferris's, I guess, store, Riviera Court. Or Riviera, I keep calling it Riviera Court. Riviera Court. This is literally the first thing I did. And, man, look at what we have here. We have Margarita, who I was trying to find at Titus Gate. Mind you, I didn't know she'd be here. Back to her old self. And, of course, you have Vincent. Ferris's brother, who I keep forgetting those two are related. But here we are. We immediately starting it with a Vantage Masters battle. Oh, and before I begin, I do want to offer a small apology. In the last part 40, at the silver chest, I completely skipped that fight. Like if you're the type who watches my videos from beginning to end, which I don't know how many of you there are who actually do that, but if you are, you probably would have noticed that I completely skipped that boss fight. It was completely cut from the video. The reason for that is because I don't know why, but every single time I tried to render the video, after all that time spent editing it down and then rendering it so I can, upload it to YouTube, it just I kept getting this error. Like, I got that error 3 times. The first time came out of nowhere. I was like, what the hell is this? What do you mean you can't render? And the second time is when I tried it again. I was like, okay, something's wrong here. So then I finally tried rendering it again. This time just sitting there, looking at it, analyzing, like, okay, where the hell are you getting this error? Like, what's happening? Where is it stopping? And it kept stopping at the point where I was doing that silver chest. And I don't know, at the trial chest, like, where was it? This monster, Lone Rontis, the hideous result of a long-term crossbreeding of monsters. It possesses an instinctive rage, now prowls in solitude. For some reason, it kept messing up at this fight with Reen and Kurt. I don't know why, but it kept messing up at this fight, and I don't know why. But it really pissed me off. Like, oh my goodness, I was ready to get so angry if this video, if part 40 wasn't gonna render. I was gonna be so angry. I just completely cut that fight from the video and then just decided to render. Like, fuck it. I didn't do anything. I didn't say, sorry guys, I cut this part from the video. I didn't do any of that. I was just like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna remove this part from the video, and it better render. So, I'm sorry if you guys wanted to see that fight. I completely deleted it. It's probably in the recycle bin. I don't think I'm going to bring it back. I don't really care. I don't think you guys care either. But it was just a normal fight. Wasn't all that great. But, yeah, if you're wondering why that's one of the only trial chests that you didn't see a boss fight for, it's because it wouldn't render. And honestly, I don't really feel like recycling the video to bring it back, because if I'm gonna try and render it again and it runs into that problem again, I'm just gonna be like, nah, I'm just not. So I'm sorry if you wanted to see that fight, but unfortunately it's gone. So yeah, we're just gonna have to move on. Also, one more thing I do want to point out. In part 39, I realized that I have to stop talking during intros. My intro during part 39, it's a lot shorter than it would have been, but I just kept talking and talking and talking, and it made me realize I need to make my intros a lot shorter. I'm probably going on a lot right now, but yeah, that part 39, the intro to that, was a lot longer than it actually was. So, yeah, I need to cut down on my talking. I need to just get to the point. So, yeah, I'm gonna stop talking right now, and we're just gonna get on with the game, and we're just gonna get on with it with the Vantage Masters, because of course, I don't hate Vantage Masters. It's just something that it's time consuming, you know. Like, I had to beat them once, and then I had to beat them again on hard. Like, I don't think I have to beat them on hard, really. Like, I just do it because, I mean, I get some new material out of it, so. And, I mean, if I can beat them on hard, I might as well. I mean, really the only reason I'm doing Vantage Masters at all is because I'm sure a lot of you probably ran into this if you play Cold Steel 3 and you ignored Vantage Masters like I did. Just a scripted Vantage Masters fight you had to do. I had to do a Vantage Masters game. That made me so angry. Against Rutger, that pissed me off. I completely ignored Vantage Masters. I didn't do a single battle. I probably did a few battles and just said, fuck it. I'm not doing this. And then they throw me into a Vantage Masters battle. Like, what? No. You can't just throw me into a Vantage. You can't just do this. You can't just throw me into a mini game I've avoided up until now and just be like, oh, here you go. No, you can't do that. And the only other reason why I'm doing it is because apparently you got like a Master Quartz, like a really good Master Quartz if you did every single battle. And I don't want to miss that. Like, I'm not going to assume that there's going to be a mandatory fight that I have to do in Vantage Masters, but if there is a very good thing that I can get from doing every single Vantage Masters battle, I don't want to miss it. I haven't spoiled myself on it. I don't know if there is a thing I can get, but if there is, I'm doing every single Vantage Masters battle. I'm just gonna do it. I don't dislike it, but it's time consuming, and it's the reason why I skip it or edited it out in like every video. It's just, you don't want to sit there and just watch me just think over this thing. It's bad enough doing it in the middle of a boss battle. Like, trust me, there's a difference between playing a game normally and playing a game while also having commentary. Trust me, there's a big difference. I would have completed this game a week after it came out if I wasn't also uploading it on YouTube. Trust me. So yeah, there's a big difference between playing a game normally and commentary. There's also a big difference between having a YouTube as your career and not having YouTube as your career, because trust me, if I could just play this game and just do YouTube all day, you would have gotten a video every single day. We'd probably already be done with this session, honestly. We'd already be done with this game, probably. But, yeah, moving on. Thanks to Reen in Class 7, our worries are finally over. So let's make the most of this moment of quiet and enjoy ourselves, Vincent. Oh, yes. That is to say, I still have a fair few things that concern me, but I suppose it couldn't hurt to settle down for a moment before taking action. Not to mention, it is rather difficult to relax in the face of her still daunting personality. Oh! Speaking of settling down, are any of you familiar with the card game Vantage Masters? Sure, even have a deck of my own. Do you now? To tell you the truth, I've been playing it whenever I find free moments at work. It really is a habit forming. If you're interested, perhaps we could rekindle our old Class 1 versus Class 7 rivalry. I imagine we're both quite busy, but it might make for an enjoyable diversion. Sure, but you remember who came out on top of that rivalry, right? You can now play Vantage Masters against Vincent. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we kicked your ass. Especially when, what's his name? Patrick came down and was like, I don't know what the hell was his problem. Like, he came down, we had to fight Reen. It was Reen, Machias, Elliot, and Gaius versus, like, really. This asshole really had the mind to be like, no, you can't bring any women into this. Oh, no, you can't bring Eustace. He should have been in class 1 to begin with. Like, fuck you, dude. Like, fine. Like, he got to dictate who he got to fight, and he still got his ass beat. And then had the nerve to insult us at the end of it. Like, really? Like, I know we're cool now, but if this was back then, at that point, you really have no right to come down here. You came down here, started this fight, dictated who got to fight you, still lost, and then had the nerve to get mad. Had the nerve to insult us. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Whatever. I mean, again, we're cool now, but if this was 2 years ago, dude, nah. Get out of here. Anyway, we're gonna save, and then we're gonna duel Vincent.
Haha! The game is afoot!
Oh, let's see how it is. That's exactly the strategy that I used. No, I'm gonna move you back here. Ha! Okay, I see how it is. That's fine. But you know what? I got another one. So here's another one. And 4 damage. You know, I'm gonna do that. Get out of here. Get your trash out of my face. As if it matters, you're done.
Well. Seems I've misjudged you.
You misjudged shit. Like, the battle was easy. So at this rate, I won't even have to cut it out of the video.
Haha! The game is afoot!
I mean, like, again, you're using the same strategy I used on you, but... Or the same strategy I used on Rose. Which just, yeah, seal. Make sure they can't do shit. But I could literally just remove it right now. Oh my goodness. You know what? That's fine. I'll summon you. And then I'll summon you. And then we'll just smack them. You know what? There you go. Yeah, you just keep on keeping on, dude. It's not gonna mean anything. Like, look at that, you're wide open. And you know what? It's over. Because I'm gonna summon this. I'm gonna attack you again. Oh, you are so lucky. You know what? That's fine. I thought I could summon that card that got destroyed. I forgot her name, but and then just get rid of this. But oh yeah, I could have done that. Oh well. Could she have attacked? No, I think she could have just used her skill. I don't know. No, I don't think she could have used her. I don't think she could have attacked. All right. Well, it's over. Yeah, you're done. Get out of here. Yep. Yep. And skill, you're done.
Well.
Misjudged you, whatever.
I've misjudged you.
You were trash. And now we have Margarita. And it seems to do the same thing. I don't think I'm going to talk to her about peculiar dishes yet. Because I'm pretty sure there's one more dish I'm missing. And I'm pretty sure it's here. Like, in this, in Ortis. I'm pretty sure. None of this would have happened if I hadn't made you mail the relocation notices. I'm so sorry, Hereford. I mean, I think we've established that it was the Great Darkness that was responsible for it, which was another thing I wanted to talk about. Like, oh my god, that quest was the most JRPG nonsense. Like, god, just running from one place to another place to another place to another place. Like, oh, here's your thing, here's your thing, here's your thing, here's your thing. Like, it all got mixed up. Like, that was the most JRPG mission I've ever played. But at least it actually had a purpose. You know, it was definitely one of those side quests you definitely get in a JRPG. Like, one of those really silly side quests of just going from one place to another, just one long fetch quest, you know? But at least in this case, it actually had, you know, a lore purpose behind it. You know, it's the Great Darkness messing everything up. So even if you had been the one to mail the notices or whatever, like, it would have been you who would have been affected, so... You know, this would have happened either way. No, Citrine. This is my fault. I should have been better prepared. Furthermore, I should be apologizing for pushing you so hard. You were originally employed as a maid of the Florid family, not here. I hate to consider pushing you so hard once more, and now there's the possibility I'd make another mistake, but... Let's continue to work hard together. In moderation, of course. Of course, sir. The storehouse is still a mess. There's so much to do. First of all, I'll have to make amends with everyone who was affected by this incident. I'll go with you. Very well. Let's be on our way. Oh. Look at this port. The Ortis Harbor District. Something doesn't seem right. Man, look at all these container ships. I've never seen this place so busy. Their Imperial Navy have been using Shilin Bay as their base of operations for a while now. This must all be to send supplies to them before the war truly begins. That makes sense. I guess they're requisitioning stuff from the city already. According to what I've heard, most of the residents' ships are being held back. We're really starting to see the effect of the national mobilization law is having on normal people's lives. Exactly, I've said it before, I'll say it again. This war sucks ass. Just getting in everyone's way. No one wants this, but you want to unleash a great darkness on the world to do something. Like, I don't know if they want to get rid of it, I don't know if they want to harvest its power, but whatever you're doing with it, all I know is we're going to put an end to it. Because screw you. Yeah, nationalism's on the rise, and the war feels closer than ever. It could be having other repercussions. Let's take a look around town. Alright then. Oh, and before we begin, could anyone tell me whether or not Duvali is a permanent party member or not? Because originally, like, looking at her quartz and stuff, like, I can't change it. So, like, there's really nothing I can do about this. So it makes me think, oh, she's probably not going to be in a party for, you know, for all that long. But then I get something like, you know, this, which allows me to change her hair color. And I'm just like, this doesn't seem like the kind of thing you just hand me if I'm not going to have her in the party for very long, you know? Like, I don't know, like, I would love it if she's an actual permanent member of the party. Like, she's here to the end of the game. But on the other hand, I'm just like, I don't know how much I want to focus on her if she's just going to leave at some point, you know? So if any of you know that, I would be very happy to know whether or not my time in her is, you know, worth it. Because I can't change her Master Quartz, I can't change her weapon. I mean, unless I can upgrade it, like, that's... I wouldn't mind being able to upgrade it, but, you know, there's nothing I can really do about it. But, yeah. I would be very thankful. When Governor General Regnitz first arrived in Ordis, there was some opposition against his appointment. Ordis has always been a city where noble influence runs strong, so that kind of response was expected. Yeah, I had a feeling. I was just about to say, is it because this is a noble town? Like, it's a noble city? Like, of course I'm not gonna like some commoner just up and running the city. Like, no one's gonna like that. Governor Regnitz tried to advance proposals that have stagnated due to the conflict between nobles, of course. He's negotiated with the stubborn Imperial Navy and bridged the gap with the harbor management for the benefit of Ordis. There are very few people who doubt the governor's ability or oppose him now. Governor Regnitz has the trust of the people of Ordis. I knew my dad would be okay. It's up to us to keep pushing forward. Man, like, I've been reading fan fiction of Familiar of Zero or Zero no Tsukaima, and man, nobles, like, that's the kind of series that really makes you pissed off at nobles, you know? Like, if there's any series I know of where nobles are just like, yeah, fuck nobility, fuck these assholes who think they have all the power in the world and no one has the right to stand against them, it's Familiar of Zero. Just every single fanfiction I read, just Louise pisses me off to no end. Like, of course she usually gets better, hopefully, but man, nobility pisses me off. It really does. Oh, it's you guys. You're the Thoris Branch campus students who helped me out before. Hello, you remember us? Oh yeah, what do we do again? Inspect some ships or something? Yeah, I remember that. I remember this quest, like, if you didn't talk to a certain person who also had, like a quest marker over their head, this quest could... like, you wouldn't get the full quest of it, you know? Like, you could complete it, but you wouldn't get the full thing, you know? That's it. A lot has happened since then. It feels an age away. The harbor is under the jurisdiction of the government now. All we get coming through nowadays are Navy boats and the like. Their restrictions are regular boats, and our usual work is completely trailed off. Instead, we have a lot of cargo work. I see. It looks like you're being kept really busy. The Navy never gives us any explanations. They just throw all this work at us. Makes my head spin. But Caspar made us some documentation that really eases up the cargo work. I'm not used to it yet, but I'm getting there. Caspar. Things seem tough at the Port Authority, but he's working hard. I forgot completely who that is. Until recently, I couldn't stand those nobles who were so proud and elitist. I know, right? However, now all my hatred is focused on Calvert. All of us are people of Erebonia. We have to stand together to face Calvert. Oh boy. All my pals have gotten drafted one by one. It's really dull here now. Once they're trained up the naval fortress, most of them are sent to the Navy. The Navy is stationed at Sheelan Bay while they form their units. It seems restocking supplies is urgent. The 1st and 2nd Naval Fleets and the Imperial Marine Corps have met up and are planning to attack Calvert by going through Tidef Bay. That's a mouthful. At any rate, I've been hoping I wouldn't get drafted. Oh dude, it's only a matter of time. I feel like literally every single man I talk to is getting drafted. Like, all the women are fine, but the men, nah. You're young, able-bodied, under the age of 50, drafted. I've never seen a tanker so big. The big ships are awesome, don't you agree? There's so much that needs to be shipped because of the war. I shouldn't be excited though. That would be kind of inappropriate. Yeah, I'll say. Oh hey, perfect timing. A buddy of mine loaned me this book right before he got drafted. I figured it'd be a book. I'm in no mood to read it right now, though, so why don't you take it? 3 and 9, Chapter 5. Are you sure we can have this? Sure. He wanted to go to someone who would actually enjoy reading it. Well, alright, if you insist. Thank you.
Very well.
I got this.
I wish I could have like another, I wish I didn't have to just choose characters in my party to just walk around as. You know? Like, I know in Tales of Vesperia, you can choose literally anyone to be, like, the leader of the party. Like, it doesn't have to just be someone in your, attack party.
Moving out.
I'd play as Muse, but,
It's my turn.
Very well.
My turn. My turn.
why not? We just do cargo shipping for the Navy now. Our shipping work has tripled. But it means my muscles are reaching the peak of their awesomeness. What lies beyond my limits? A new dimension of muscles, that's what. Just you wait, world. I'll show you a whole new level of muscle power. Ha! Man, I really want to work out. Like, one of the reasons I really want to start living by myself, like, just get my own, like, little apartment and just, like, do my own thing, is I really just want to start working out, cook my own food, eat as much as I need to, and just work. I really want to get in shape, Like, I'm not... Maybe I'm a little out of shape. Like, I'm not fat or anything, but I'm actually pretty thin. Like, I've always wanted to, like, bulk up, Like, that's something I really want to get to when I get my own place. It's just buy some equipment and just go at it. They've stopped different types of ships from docking here. Rowboats, cruisers, and even yachts are all banned. Now all the boats are Navy vessels. It makes for a bleak landscape. Yeah, I'll say, I know some nobles who are probably into yachting are probably, like, really upset. Like, man, like, you really... Well, I mean, if they're nobles, most of them are probably all for the war. I don't know. There's just something about nobility that just makes me think most of you are just assholes, really. I mean, honestly, we just go back to, like, Patrick and his asshole friend. Like, again, just going back to Patrick and that fight he started with us. It's like, this is exactly what I mean. Like, we're down here doing our own thing, completely ignoring you, letting you do your own thing, and you're just coming down here picking a fight with us for what? Oh, nobility, I swear. Ow! My legs are hurting something rotten. I came here from a small fishing village to make my fortune. All of this shipping work is wreaking havoc on my back. I've never seen cargo this big before. I don't know much about war, but all out war between big countries requires a lot of resources, huh? If we want to win the war, we're going to have to give it all we've got. Yeah, and it's going to cost a lot of bloodshed. It's not just going to cost a lot of equipment and weapons and nonsense. It's also going to cost a lot of people's lives, which is the worst part. I feel like I can relax now that Riviera Court transfer work is finally done. The other day, the eldest son of the Floyd family asked if it would be possible to use our warehouse for the move. I don't have any particular affection for Riviera Court, but I just can't stand to see or to watch the Navy trample all over Ordis anymore. I leased the management union's office. It's not as good as the previous store, but it'll be fine if I make a good job of it. You know, speaking of that quest, I am really happy that it didn't turn out to be like that the transfer papers got stolen. Because that would have been a very asshole thing to do. I mean, it's still an asshole thing to do for the darkness, for the great darkness. Like, that is kind of sinister when you think about it. Like, I know it's pushing everyone to want a war, but pushing this manager of a store to lose the paperwork so they can't move their store, they just close down, for what? For fucking what? For what? That is actually sinister. Like, why? Like, unless Riviera Court has something to do with, you know, helping stop the war, what was the point of that? Like, if it's true that the Great Twilight did have an effect, why? What is the point? Why did you specifically go out to target this old man and make him lose these letters? What was the point? That kind of makes me angry. Like, again, if Riviera Court has something to do with, you know, aiding against the war effort, then I'd understand. But if it's just, haha, fuck you, then what the fuck? Oh, I just don't know. What the? Ash? What are you doing out here? Quick! Get going before the soldiers see you! I'll buy you some time! Yuta, don't be such an idiot. I can take care of myself. I'm more worried about you. You still overreaching, hanging out with that noble chick? Oh yeah, I remember you. Oh man, you... Oh, you about to marry that noble girl, huh? Hey, I'm not overreacting. Charlotte and me are friends. We just have to meet in secret is all. I mean, if we can become more than friends, that'd be nice, but exactly, my boy. My boy, get it. Get it, boy. 5 years down the line, my boy. You... Oh my goodness. Like, you are going to really enjoy the feminine figure, trust me. When did you go and grow a spine? Keep doing what you think is right, man. I'll be rooting for you. Lately, I've been spending time with this noble girl, Charlotte. She started working at this place right near me, so we get together whenever we have some time off. We're really hitting it off, you know? Oh, trust me. 5 years down the line, when you're that high school age, boy. Ha. Anyway. We got this place down here, Miranda's Tavern. Well, we don't have anything else to do, so... When you want to dig up dirt, there's no better place to go than the local watering hole. Glad to see someone knows what's up. Wait, how and why are we agreeing with him about that? We're gonna have a long talk about underage drinking later, Ash. Yeah, right. Sure is lively. Somebody here has got to know something useful. Yeah, you're not gonna talk Ash into not underage drinking, Rain. Like, I know you're trying to get him to get on the right path, but old habits die hard. I mean, when you live in a place like, what's it called? I forgot the name of his home. Well, when you live in a place like that, and you're like, man, fuck the rules, I'm just gonna drink, you're not gonna stop him. You're not gonna have any talks, trust me. These talks are not gonna happen. And even if they do happen, they're gonna go in one ear and out the other. Instructor, look! Hey, there she is. We got Maya and Leonora. There. Class 7? And is that?
Pretty crazy place for a reunion, huh?
I'll say. Leonora. Oh.
Looking sharp, Instructor Reen. Class 7? Glad you're all okay.
See, I keep bringing this up. But this game has so much new game plus potential. I remember. I think it was I think it was Mystery who told me in the comment section that yeah, like that little scene with with Muse like pretending she's, you know, a couple with Reen at the gate. Like, man, if Alyssa had been there, man, what would her reaction have been? And now we have Leonora here. It's like, man, what if Altina had been here? This is why I cannot wait to replay this game again and just look at, you know, who should I bring here? You know? Oh my goodness, there's the extra dialogue, the reactions. I can't wait for that. Oh man. That's gonna be great. You know, of course I'm probably gonna be playing another game by the time I beat this, but boy oh boy. But man, Leonora, we finally found you. Looking cute just like all the others.
What brings you to Ortis anyway? If you guys are planning on starting something, I want in.
Oh my goodness. My kind of girl. Leo, you're okay. I heard you were in town, but damn, didn't expect to run into you at a place like this. Were you here the whole time? Yeah, I've had eyes on me ever since I arrived though, so I haven't been able to do a lot. I really wanted in on that fight over in Ulster too. Yes, it's the thought that counts. The members of old Class 7 showed up to help out in your place. Yeah, it all worked out fine. I'm just glad to see you turn up safely. Oh, Tina's gonna be so relieved when we tell her. See? Oh my goodness. Oh man. It makes me wonder what the extra dialogue, like how much extra dialogue there is when it comes to scenes like this. Oh man. Oh man. It's like I don't look at the guide as often as I used to. So again, I'm definitely gonna miss quite a lot of things, but man, I can't wait. I can't wait to see these reactions. I guess so. Glad to hear she's doing okay. Instructor Reen, I'm so glad you're okay. Did you come here to ask about those rumors? That's right. It's why you met up with Leonora, isn't it? Have you found out anything about the people being held here in Ortis? Sure have. At this point, it's only rumors though. But if they're right, Instructor Toa is one of them. So that's who it is. That's our VIP. Instructor Toa. Where was she? The last time I saw her, I forget. I might have to go back and look at where she was. Like, I remember, who was she with? Was she with Tita? I think she was with Tita. I'm almost certain. She was with Tita or Alphen. So Elise was with Tio. Elise was with Tio. I don't know. I'm almost certain she was with Alphen, but I'm not sure. That or maybe Tita was with Alphen. I'm not sure. Toa? Little Toa. Man, ugh. Someone matching her description was seen at the Raquel State. Raquel, that's a place. The info said the IDF took a short girl with a white uniform to the mansion. It's almost certain it's her. A short girl. Instructor Toa is at the mansion, huh? Aw, man. Trust her to be mixed up in this. Sometimes I wonder if fate has it out for me. Besides, I got another reason not to run from this fight. Yep, and now Crow has a reason to be here. Thanks for your help, Leonora. You too, Maya. You can leave the rest to... Wait, we can do more than this. Yeah, I'm sure we can find a hole in surveillance. We'll do what we can. Why does Class 7 get to do everything? Let combat tactics show you what we've got. You two. You sure talk big, huh? Thank you. We'll be glad to have you on board. It's times like this we all need to come together in the name of Thors. Hell yeah, agreed. Aw man. Leonora. Our girl is back. Aw man. The only female member of Combat Tactics we're missing is Jessica. Yeah. I do have to wonder where she is now. We still haven't heard anything from Wayne either. No use worrying about them. They're tough, they can take care of themselves. Yep. So is it just Wayne and Jessica? I'm almost certain there's no one else. The only other person we're missing is Tita. But, I mean, we've seen where she is, so... I mean, we haven't met her, but, you know, as a player, we've seen her. We know where she is. Ash does have a point. Well, not entirely. I mean, I thought... Well, actually... Wherever Toa is, the other person she's probably with is probably with her as well. Maybe. Or maybe they're probably in the city somewhere, I don't know. He may be right, but that doesn't make things any easier. Guess the best thing we can do for now is just focus on the task at hand. Ash is right. Jessica and Wayne can take care of themselves. They'll be fine. Anyway, if you're planning on freeing those being held captive, then you can trust that we will be offering our full support. We'll be acting separately, but contact us if you need anything. Jessica's on my mind too. Guess I just have to trust her and concentrate on the here and now. We've got eyes on us here, but I'll see what we can do. Well, we'll just be ready to fight if that's what it comes down to. Oh man. We finally found Jessica. Oh my! I noticed Muse and Leo's friends came in, but... I'm sorry. I'm afraid I didn't notice you because of how much you've changed, Instructor Schwarzer. Don't worry about it. I can see why you wouldn't recognize me. Ah yeah, that's right. I also remember a comment from Vobelis. Like, I made up a whole big thing in the last part about how could you not recognize these? How could... Honestly, I'm more concerned about how they're not, like, suspicious of these people. But you are right in that yeah, people aren't going to recognize Reen because of the change in his white hair and his red eyes. Like, yeah, compared to how he looked before, it is definitely a 180 in appearance, really. So yeah, it is understandable why people aren't going to recognize him. And I almost wanted to bring up another thing. Like there are definitely people looking for Class 7. But there are no, like, wanted posters or anything up of them showing, like, I don't know, Yuna or Kurt or Otina or Muse. Like, I know there are people, looking for Ash, since, pretty much almost everyone would probably have known he probably assassinated the Emperor, or anyone who really cares. But I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, why aren't there wanted posters for these kids? Like, really? Like, I mean, they're making a big stink about, disguising themselves and making sure no one notices who they are. In fact, I have to bring this up. Reen had to put on glasses. Most people don't notice him at all. Like, no, I'm sorry, Vobelis, but I have to bring this up. He still put on glasses. With the change that he has in his appearance, that should be enough to not have to put on glasses, honestly. Seriously, it's still Clark Kenting. Glasses don't change that much. Like, I can think of a few friends who, a few old friends from, like, way back, who, they always wore glasses, and then they took them off, and they look completely different. Like, in fact, I would say they look better with glasses, but it's like, he still had to put on glasses. Glasses still don't change that much. Like, I'm sorry, but those glasses did nothing. Okay, the hairstyle, the facial features, those still stand out. Alright, I'm sorry, but I still have to point that out. It's Clark Kenting. Even with the white hair, even with the glasses, he still saw fit. Even with the white hair and the red eyes, he still saw fit to put on glasses. Really? I still can't help but think. Even Machias decided, okay, I always wear glasses, let's take them off. Oh my goodness. Like, it just makes me wonder to myself. During that scene where Emma had to use her magic to get past some guards to get into a city, it's like, why can't we all just take off glasses if we have them on, or put them on if we don't have any, and that's it? Those glasses should have changed little. Glasses don't change much. I'm sorry, but if I see Daniel Radcliffe, I'm going to notice Daniel Radcliffe. Even though I know him from Harry Potter, I'm going to recognize Daniel Radcliffe. I'm sorry. I can recognize Daniel Radcliffe, alright? After everything I'd heard, I've been worried sick. I can't believe all of the branch campus students have gone missing. I'm sure you've all been through a lot. It makes me so happy to see you all again with the smiles on your faces, despite everything. Thank you for coming back safely. I think that should be our line. Thank you for the warm greeting, Miranda. Hey, don't sweat it. I'm basically Leo's mom after all. So her teacher and friends are almost like family. Yeah, that's right. Leonora grew up here, I remember now. I remember there was a small quest concerning her. So yeah, Leonora did grow up here. I remember she was like a pirate, I think? Something along those lines. I remember she definitely grew up in the sea. Sailing around, doing this, doing that, so... yeah, she's got some experience. Feel free to rely on me from here on out, too. Thanks. we might just take you up on that. Alright. Miranda's Paella. Cures Petrify. Cures Sleep and Nightmare. I'll take it. Why not? I mean, I already had some, but okay. The government doesn't know what they're doing, taking our boats from us. At least they're nice about letting us sea-loving sailors out on the water by drafting us into the Navy. Just kidding. Did I fool you? The Imperial Navy ain't no life for a real seaman. Gotta make the best of my last day of freedom. What better place to do that than Miranda's? Man, oh man. My old shipmate recommended this place to me, and I've gotta say I like it. Yes, it's nice and relaxing. I just hope this won't be the last meal together. Hey, come on, don't cry. You're gonna ruin the mood. I'll be back before you know it, once I give those damn Carvadians what for. I do agree they need to pay for what they've done. Just promise me you'll be careful. I'm in a bind because my wife's a bit of a crybaby. These solemn moments aren't my thing, damn it. I just want to defeat Calvert as much as anyone. Not if it means losing my husband. Oh. That's why I hate this whole situation. Why, hello. What a pleasure to see you all again. Aren't you that noble girl Yuta was hanging around with at the summer festival? Oh, that's you? You're Charlotte? I didn't even look at her name. What are you doing here? I just started here a few days ago. Really? Oh, a little noble girl working here? I snuck out while father was busy and met up with Yuta again. But since he has to work, he can't spend all his time entertaining me. So I decided to get my own job. It's even close by to where Yuta works. Aww. Look at this, you two are meant for each other, oh my goodness. Is that how first comes love, then comes marriage, huh? Hey, working at a place like this is no walk in the park. You sure you can handle it? Oh yes, I've been working here for 2 weeks already. I find it rather enjoyable. It's wonderful to be able to bring smiles to the faces of the tired. I never get the chance to do this in high society. Is that right? I'm glad it's going so well for you. Well, alright then, if you're happy. And here I thought Akaro's Mart was finally starting to get on track. Sorry I gotta dump it all on you, Yang. Hey, I've helped you run this place right from the start. I can handle it. I'm probably more worried about you than you are about me, Clark. You get spooked easily. You sure you'll be able to pick up a weapon and fight? Oh, real funny. You might have a point though. He told me all pretty badly during the training at the Naval Fortress for getting cold feet. Huh. Look, just take care of yourself. Don't you dare go leaving Kathy all alone. Don't worry. I've already reflected after that. I won't worry you guys anymore, really. But, I'm supposed to return to Titus Gate. Where even is that? Clark, you're really starting to worry me. Hey, aren't you those military academy who saved Clark before? Really? It is? You're the people who swooped in and saved me from the monster when that transport truck broke down on the road at night. Oh yeah, I kinda remember that. Oh right, good to see you're alright. I still owe you. You were with a bracer enveloped in purple lightning, a blue-haired girl, and a dashing woman, right? After you guys saved me, Yang and I decided to open up shop again, and it's been going pretty well. It's just a shame I can't stick around to see it through a little longer. And I see. Take care of yourself and come back safe, okay? Thanks. I'll do my best. Just asking, but aside from Instructor Sarah, was that with Major Claire and Angelica? Yeah, we randomly ran into them, and one thing led to another. Yeah, I remember that quest. Vaguely, but I remember it. I see. We can't meet up with them like we used to, but... Angelica. Between George and everything else going on, there's too much to worry about. getting less customers since the draft started. A lot of our regulars got drafted. It's nice not being rushed off my feet for once, but I miss having everyone around. That newbie Charlotte is always bringing a smile to people's faces. But I'm busting my hump for this place too. Contributing large sums to the war effort is what's in vogue in high society right now. Topics like so-and-so's family has contributed so many millions, or that family is not being outdone either. A strange trend, don't you think? I mean, until recently, you couldn't go anywhere without hearing somebody trashing the government's policies. That became a trend in Heimdall after the declaration of war too. It could be the influence of the curse, but it seems like that's not the only factor at play here. Probably got our good pals at the intelligence division to thank for that. Manipulating public opinion is kind of their thing. I had a feeling there was some weird shit going on here. Sitting around here ain't gonna accomplish jack. Let's hurry and get going. My brother got drafted. Father ordered me to help out with the family business in his place. I've been so busy lately that I haven't had any time to go and see Marjorie. I have to finish this work as quickly as I can and find some time to see her. Marjorie. Wonder if I know that name. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting names I probably should know. Oh, and who is this?
Governor Regnitz.
Major Claire.
Thank you for coming out to meet me, Major Reveld. I appreciate you keeping an eye on things while I was away.
No, this is part of my duties, after all. Good work with the coastal inspection, sir.
Oh, you're definitely going to be a part of a boss fight here, aren't you? Well, sorry to hurry you, but I'd like to get right to it. Let's talk about the security detail. Understood. Why don't you fill me in as we walk? God, look at that ass. Oh my goodness. This girl. Dad. Even Major Claire's an Ortis? It isn't only the Imperial Defense Force, but the Railway Military Police as well. If they're cooperating with the Governor, we'll need to stay sharp. Right. We have a duty to observe my dad's actions too. Let's stay on our guard while we gather information. Either way, hanging around here isn't exactly the best plan. Be careful not to get too close. Yeah, maybe we should leave for now. Yeah, you see someone? Someone's always up here spying on us.
Who would have thought we should meet again so soon?
I will smack that mask off your face, I swear I will.
It would appear the Azure Chevalier was with them after all. Georg was indeed correct.
They're really gonna put dashing woman, as if we don't know who the fuck this is. I mean, I already kind of forgot, what's her name? Rosewise? I forgot what stupid ass name you call yourself, but like you already, like it's either Angelica or what's it called? Red Rosewise or whatever the stupid ass name you call yourself. Like really, dashing woman? Come on now.
I suppose I have little choice but to perform my duty as a knight.
I mean, there it is right now, but from behind, we already know who you are.
Will you be able to complete your quest? I'll be watching with great interest.
Oh my goodness, we have Angie here. We have Crow here. We have Toa here. Was Crow? I forget. Was Crow a mandatory member? I forget. I don't know. I forget. I completely forget. He probably is. Or maybe not. I know Ash, Muse, and Machias are locked. But was Crow locked as well? Or was that a decision on my part? I really want to know. Like, I mean, if he was locked in to begin with, then it's whatever. But if he's here because I made that decision, oh my god, then this is what I'm talking about. He noticed her up here. Okay, you were locked in, alright. So never mind. So you were gonna come here regardless. Okay. So Duvali and Yuna were my only, like, actual choices. Alright then. Well, that's fine by me. I was about to say... Heathcliff, I didn't think you'd be reunited with you again so soon. What was this important thing you wanted to discuss? You were drafted. Ah, yes. You see, the reason I had you come here today is to ask. Ah! Okay, I'm about to say. Like, he's down here trying to be private. Like, okay. Mercedes, will you abandon everything and travel to a new land with me? To live a new life together? It's like an invitation to paradise. Spending my life with you would be a dream come true. Oh, yeah, I had a feeling she'd decline. But I'm just not ready to choose a path that would cause my family pain. I know I'm a coward. Please forgive me. I understand. Please don't cry. I know your sweet nature better than anyone else. I shouldn't have put such pressure on you. Well, I'm so sorry, Heathcliff. You have nothing to apologize for. I was being selfish. The thing I want most in this world is to see you smile. So please, lift your head up. Well, you got quite a girl there, I'll admit. Last week, a man of the Andrews house, our long-tongue rival, tried to have me pass a letter on to Lady Mercedes. I was going to ignore it, but I couldn't find it in myself to upset Lady Mercedes like that. I waited for the opportune moment when her busy father would not notice and reluctantly set up a meeting between them. These two had some real nerve to discuss elopement right in front of me. I mean, to become tied to a rival family like that. Honestly, I don't know what to think about it either. Like, you have this rival family that you've been probably shitting on each other since, like, generations. It's like, now you have your son and their daughter, like, eloping. Like, wow. Like, oh, what would they think? So now I'm reduced to patrolling around Ortis. I'm being ordered about by the Imperial Defense Force, and the nobles all glare at me. Then there's the matter of those guests over in the mansion. It feels like drawing the short stick, but you gotta work with what you get, I guess. Hold on a sec. I feel like I've seen you guys somewhere before. You sure you're not just imagining things? Seriously, man, with my dashing good looks, I stand out wherever I go. Dashing good looks? No, they'd never be in a place like this. Those two really don't hold back, do they? You'd never think they were both wanted men. I'm glad to have them on our side, though. As for the guest the guard was talking about, that is pretty interesting. We need to gather more intel. Full-scale war with Calvert? That's a wonderful opportunity for us. If you look back at our history, Erebonia's nobles were most noted for their military accomplishments. If we nobles rack up great deeds during the war, we can show the government what for. You may even see our family name restored to its past glory. My son came around to my line of thinking, so I had him sign up. He'll get it done. See, look at that. It's like the nobles don't give a fuck. The only thing they care about is themselves. It's like, oh, I'll have my son enlist in the war, and then we can get, mucho cred. We can get that clout. Like, look at that. Oh my god. Like, he's not signing his son up because fuck Calvert. He's signing his son up because it's an opportunity. Like, dude, he could die. Okay, just because your family got reputation in the past, which is why you're in the situation you are right now, which is why you have your noble status to begin with, that does not mean that's going to carry on to today. Okay, the accomplishments of today are not going to be the accomplishments of tomorrow. Okay, opportunity is a very big thing. Opportunity is just as important as skill, alright? God, the only reason I need to look up, I really want to look up nobility and how nobles get their status in life, because I'm almost certain it is only because your ancestors had great accomplishments, which is why you get to live the life that you do. But that doesn't mean that you're anything special. Okay, your great to the 10th power grandfather might have been someone special, but you're probably a nobody. Just because, he or she or whoever the hell had great achievements, just because they were a great enough person that you get to live the life you do now, doesn't mean you're going to be anything special. Just throwing that out there. Just because your ancestors were special doesn't mean you are. Now, unless it's some magic trait passed down through your family, like, I don't know. Welcome back, Master. I hope your meeting with Count Flord went well? Yes. What has my daughter been doing while I've been absent? Lady Charlotte has been out with a friend. And which house is this friend from? I don't want to betray her, but I can't lie to the Master. Her friend is not of any noble house. He is a commoner. What? Charlotte disobeyed me? See, this is why I don't like noble fuckers. What is your response going to be? Lately, I haven't had time to speak with my daughter. I've been curious what she'd been doing lately, but... No, Charlotte, why did you disobey me? How many times have I told you not to associate with commoners? This is why I don't like nobles. This is why whenever I read a Familiar of Zero fanfiction, I get infuriated every time Louise opens her fucking mouth. I know she's the main character, but she's also a noble little bitch. Like, oh my god. Not to associate with commoners. I hate nobles. I just hate them. That son of mine better come back with some military honors to his name. See, this is why nobles suck. This is why I am all for pushing nobles out of power. I am all for it. Democracy, let's go. You all suck. Get out of my way, asshole. Count Floral. It's the Thor's Branch campus, folks. I'm so glad to see you've returned safely. I'm sorry if we've made you worry. Speak for yourself. You know you feel the same, Ash. Does that mean we can cut the small talk then? Yes. The Master believes that what happened with Ash was all part of some plot too. Actually, there's something I'm dying to ask you. Is Lady Ferris alright? Do you know where she is? Well... I'm sorry, we haven't been able to get in contact with her. Oh, I see. Oh, Lady Ferris, please be safe. Adios, I beg you, bring her back home safely. Vassal's devotion to her master, huh? We have to give this everything we've got. Yeah, I'm sure Duvalie understands that well. Indeed. I have to go out on an errand for the master. Can you see to things while I'm gone? Master Vincent is back too. If something urgent comes up, be sure to let him know. Alright, I shall hold down the proverbial fort in your absence. Incidentally, the regular update from the contact afar arrived, but... From Sarifa, correct? In that case, I don't imagine it will be too urgent. Please relay to the master when he takes his dinner. Understood. Forgive my curtness, but things have been in an uproar for days on end. I have to head out now, but the master is in his study. The master and Leon are both so busy. We have to make sure we're pitching in around here too. Unfortunately for us, Rennie is a walking disaster around dinnerware. Would she only be satisfied when all the plates are smashed? I know she's worried about my lady, but the job of a maid at times like these is to support the master of the house. I'm going to have to speak to her again. Another petition from the petty nobles who are struggling. The clandestine deals made with the government have certainly had their effect. So many issues yet remain. Aren't you all? I know you. What are you doing in Ortis? It's been a while, Count. Sorry to surprise you. I am simply working as a member of Thoris, nothing more. I see. So the Wyson army has been left in the capable hands of the general. However, that does not change your position as a noble lady from one of the most important families of the Empire. If I could, I would take this opportunity to lodge a formal complaint or two regarding our current situation. Yet something tells me you have some wily plan in mind already. I feel it is my duty to remind you to act with care in these times, though. Thank you. I feel safe leaving what happens next with you. Please help those nobles who don't have much standing. You place a heavy burden upon me, my lady. However, Marquis Reagan and others are also lending their aid. I will do what I can. I'm glad to hear it. I hope we meet again soon, your lordship. Ortis Cathedral. I went to the Cayenne estate with Bishop Robbins earlier, but those high and mighty Imperial Defense Force soldiers gave us a rather rude welcome. Just who do they think they are? Oh, that's the first time I've seen the text off the border. It's like those poor people are under house arrest in there. As a member of the clergy, I can't ignore the plight. There must be some way for me to comfort them. How about I bring them my special cookies? I'll go every day, starting today. Those smug soldiers won't know what hit them. Operation Cookie is a go. Sounds like something's up at the mansion. We're gonna need more to go on than that. Let's look around. Since the Navy took control, nautical trade has basically ground to a halt. Our family is going to be in dire straits if this continues. Marquis Reagan, you have earned the respect of many on the western coast. I am in need of your wisdom. I am honored that you can regard me so highly. Now, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I suspect nautical trade will come to a halt for a fair while. Will it truly? The government is intervening in West Coast trade by way of the National Mobilization Law. Even the most cunning merchants will find their best efforts met with too much bureaucracy to make it worth the efforts. Even I've had to use my own wealth to support residents who have lost their jobs. I'm sorry I can't help you more. No, thank you for trying. I just need some time to process. I see now we'll have to find some other way to support ourselves. Indeed. If there's anything else, just let me know. I'll do what I can. Thank you, Marquis. Talking to Marquis Raking has cleared things up a little. We're going to need to think a little more about what we can do from here on. I think I'll go back to the hotel and talk it over with my wife. I'm sorry I can't be of more help. There is more. Alright, come on. I'm sorry I can't be of more help. Not at all. Just knowing where things are headed is great help. I can't help but wonder what steps to take now, though. I'm not short on anxiety myself. We don't know what times like these have in store for us. We've all got to look out for one another. To be sure, my friend, I appreciate your advice. My precious son was drafted. All I can do now is pray for his safe return. I will pray for Prince Oliver's peaceful transition to the next world and for the Emperor's recovery. The Imperial family is the symbol of our country, and yet such terrible tragedies continue to befall them. Adios, please bring peace to the hearts of the Imperial family. The 4 archbishops of the Empire attended the funeral of Prince Oliver that was held at the Heimdall Cathedral. After that, however, the meeting the head archbishop called to order seemed to be the main topic of conversation. I've heard the general picture. It beggars belief that this would happen in our world. What chaotic turn of events. Still, we of the church must remain abreast of the situation. The guy calling the shots at Ordis Cathedral. What's his name again? Archbishop Brandfelt? I've heard he's a generous old fella. He is indeed. His reputation is sterling. He was a friend of my father's too. Ah, hello. You're the instructor who visited us before. You seem a little tired. Why don't you rest here a spell? See, even he notices Reen. Like, I know there are lots of people like drafted into the military who probably don't know who this guy is, and there's not really like a note, like probably not a notice out for them for some stupid reason. But like, even these people recognize him. Those glasses should have done nothing. Clark Kenting does nothing. You look as though you're carrying a heavy burden in your heart. I hope you can find some respite. Thank you, Your Grace. Should I assume you already know all about the trouble we're in? A little birdie may have told me a few things. It pays to have friends in the Congregation for the sacraments. One of them in particular was a great help to me 2 years ago, during the Civil War. 2 years ago, during the Civil War? Rain, do you think he means... I do. He's referring to Gaius' master, Barcol. He'd been with the Order a long time. It wouldn't be strange if he was acquainted with the Archbishop. He was always traveling here and there, checking on the spirit veins. Oh, I'm going to miss him. But he wouldn't want me to be consumed with grief. The Church's mission is to save people, and he fulfilled his duty to the end. On that topic, I can tell you've all been working very hard, but I bid you take a moment to rest while you're here. Wow, you can see right through us, huh? Thank you, Archbishop. I am glad to see you too, Muse. If you need anything, just let me know. We'll accept your kind offer. We could use a quick break. Can I actually break? I've heard some of what you've done. Thus, I know the gist of your story. About you, Ashen Chevalier, and about Muse as well. You have been carrying a heavy burden. I pray you can put those anxieties to rest, even for a short while. Now that I think about it, the curse seems to have less of a foot here in the church. Well, of course, it's a church! The power is holy, the power of holy! protects them. It may be just a temporary respite, but it might do you good to reflect and pray a while. Well, can't actually rest here. But, oh wait, there's one more person. Hold on. Right now I'm meeting community leaders in various regions and touring nearby villages to hold mass for the people. Between families being torn apart by conscription and those unable to get by on wartime rations, many are struggling. Taking Sister Sienna to the Cayenne estate may have been a mistake, but the way she's acting, we need to make sure she doesn't cause any more trouble. I mean, she's gonna bring them cookies though. Like, you can't deny them that. And we have Ordis Mansion. Pretty sure we've been here. In the, yeah. In the, last, quest. Hey, Oliver. It feels like Mommy and Daddy are always fighting lately. I keep telling them to get along, but they just ignore me. Oh no, you have it wrong, Miss Liliabelle. They're not fighting. That's, just a special way Mommies and Daddies show affection. I don't get it. Oh dear, I've only confused you, haven't I? You see, these are very difficult times. Your parents are under a lot of stress. How about we give them some space? Okay, I guess. Miss Lilibelle is getting sharper by the day. Not much is going to get past her. I must remain here and support her. But Miss Lilibelle is growing up so fast. It makes me weep. All I can do is watch over her as she continues to grow. Oh man. Well, at least they're not fighting, you know? Mommy and Daddy have been cranky all day. I wonder if there's something I can do. No. Well, there's nothing up here, so... And I've already talked to her parents. I mean, it's not that much of a fight, really. Like, it's mainly just... Honey, what should I do? Should I do this or should I do this? And it's like, oh, think for yourself. It's like... That's barely fighting. I mean, my parents got divorced. And they fought. Right? So, what her parents are doing is nothing. Compared to what mine did. So, I mean, parents fighting is always like a bad thing, but that's not fighting. That's nothing. That is literally nothing.